Here we are. It's episode 12 of Between Two Towers. How's that make you feel? Do you
That's
feel
right.
old yet?
I feel old in general. I have one of these staring me in the face every day to remind me of my mortality. It used to be a PlayStation 1 memory card, but I'm not. I felt like this was closer to my heart. I
Oof.
remembered the commercials growing up, which had Drake Bell, believe it or not. The Pokemon commercial where the kid's like, sitting there playing, and he's got the Pokemon coming across the wires and everything. Yeah, like the dude, little kid with the copy of Pokemon Blue was Drake Bell.
Was it really? Dude, I remember that commercial. No one had the wires. I met like one kid ever that had the
Right?
wires. Were they
Yep.
expensive? I don't
And that
know.
kid traded. I don't think they really were. I think they were just rare. The one kid I knew that had it traded me a Mew, but it was an HM slave. All it knew was HMs, and in Gen 1 you couldn't get rid of HMs. So I had a Mew, but it was useless.
So good. That's amazing.
Uh,
Well,
and I think that commercial brings us to our topic.
it sure does. As a matter of fact, we are here to talk about marketing in video games. I have to say, at least here in my household, it's been a topic of discussion since the idea came out. The only argument I ever have, or the main example, amongst others that I've come up with for the sake of the podcast, has been the latest and greatest success coming out of Bethesda, which is Oblivion Remastered. You've been playing the holy crap out of it. Bunny's been playing the holy crap out of it. This is a game, as I understand it, it was announced that it was happening the day it came out, virtually. And immediately sales were great, and Twitch numbers went there. It was the second, I think, most streamed game on the day and the day after it came out, and no one knew it was coming. There was like a leak, and maybe the leak probably pushed it to come out when it did. I don't know. You've been playing it. Lay some facts on us.
well, to be honest, there was a leak. Although people have been saying there's an Oblivion remaster coming for the last like fucking 10 years, doing their best, Alex Jones, like they're putting chemicals in the waters, turning Argonians gay. They're coming out with an Oblivion remaster. It's gonna happen. I'm just telling you. Buy my supplements. Buy my skooma. No. People have been saying this for a while, and we're all like, sure thing, buddy. And, y'all motherfuckers need Talos. Honestly, for like the week beforehand, all of the Obsidian Reddit was just like, boom, 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 it's coming. And everybody's like, sure, smoke another one, pal. And everybody was just making fun of these people. There were so many like, it's coming, man, I swear, posts. And I was sitting there chuckling along with them, and then like about 2 days out, I was like, I don't know, man. What if there's a bunch of reputable sources, because it stopped being just like my cousin's uncle's brother's dad works at Bethesda, I swear, and it started being things like I asked the Xbox support bot for information on Oblivion Remaster, and it gave me information. It told me when it was coming out.
Oh,
Or things. Yeah, that happened. Or it was like 2 days out, the day before maybe. People had actually looked into the source element of the website, Bethesda's website, and found numerous mentions of the remaster. So like it was confirmed in all but official. Like we were just like, all right, come on, just tell me,
yeah.
just fucking tell me. So like we knew it was coming by the time it came out, but don't hesitate. Like I was there, I was hooked on the hype that was no hype.
Right.
I rode the ghost hype train. Like we were all huffing copium. It was great. And then I was literally live. I think I was dicking around on WoW, and fucking Tuna Boat Tony comes screaming into my chat, hey, 5 minutes. And I'm like, all right, guys, fuck this run. We're done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making it back to that. And I went and pulled up Bethesda's website, and here's a live stream. And they're like, oh yeah, Oblivion, that's been a game everybody loves, yada yada. And then boom, Oblivion and Unreal 5. And I'm just like, yeah! It was great stuff. I have not been that excited for a video game release in a while.
So let me ask you, because I knew almost none of this lore, so the lore of this is very fascinating to me, and I'd like to dig into it a little bit. So, why do you think the community in the early days was thinking that Oblivion Remastered was coming? Was it pure, unadulterated, wishful thinking? Was there ever a rumor? But like, why that specifically? Because there's plenty of games that it could have been. Is it because it was the one before Skyrim? Was it the most popular? Is it the easiest to do an upgrade to? Like, what are we talking about?
I think it's multiple things rolled up together. I think it's, if we do this right, it opens the door for so much more. Because you know what I'm hearing on the rumor mill now? We get Fallout 3 remastered the same way. We won't get New Vegas because that's Obsidian has claws in that as well. So that's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. But we're going to get Fallout 3. It's going to get another similar shadow drop. And then almost right after that, we're getting Elder Scrolls 6.
What? Why marketing? So let's have this fucking conversation. Okay. I didn't know we were going here. All right.
Think about this. When did we first hear about Elder Scrolls 6? What was the first fucking anything from Bethesda?
There was that one fucking video, dude, where they showed us 7 seconds of it. Do you remember that?
Yep. I do remember that. It's exactly what I'm referencing. It was during the Fallout 76 announcement. They released, it was a pan over of some fucking landscape, and let me tell you, that landscape has been analyzed harder than anything you've ever seen. People, I literally saw a post 2 days ago going, I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but does this look like a castle over here? My dude, my brother in fucking Talos, that looks like 4 pixels holding hands, believing it could be a castle. Like, no.
Oh, no.
But it's now been longer, I think, since that was out than Skyrim. It took for Skyrim to be announced and released.
So it's wild to me, but all right, so it's wild to me because Blizzard does this all the time. They have something really good come out and then immediately follow it with something completely else good. And what I don't understand there, why not give yourself the breath to enjoy that in between? Because I feel like if you do it too close, you then stretch the community. That, like, I really want to play Fallout 3 all over again, but you're coming out with Elder Scrolls 6 too. Like, what are you doing? Like, Fallout's gonna drop immediately. Right. You're putting your game on the back burner. And why would you do that to yourself? I don't get it.
I mean, could you imagine Fallout 3 with working iron sights? Fallout 3 with some of the major game-breaking bugs fixed? Like, fuck yes, my dude. Fallout 3 was fantastic in a lot of ways. It's just, it was gameplay that, like, held it back. I loved a lot of the storyline for 3, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, there's games that are too big. Franchises that are too big. There are titles or even like franchises that are just like, when they're like, a new one's here, it's gonna get bought no matter what. FromSoft could, like, Michael Zaki could fucking fart in a bag and call it fucking Dark Souls 4, and it would sell out tomorrow. Like, it's just how it is. But I think this is one of those games. Oblivion, or Elder Scrolls in general, is one of those things that just dives into the heart of a lot of people's, like, childhood. I've been reading stories for the last month about, like, oh, when I was a kid, I didn't know about that. I lost 3 different characters because I got infected with vampirism and was stuck out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the day and just kept burning to death in the sun. It took me 3 playthroughs before I figured out what caused it. Stories like that, like, this was my childhood. And it's like, all right, I can understand why you can drop this the day, like, you tell us about it the day it's released, because it's gonna sell. You're selling water in the desert, my man. Like, people have been wanting more of this.
No, really quick, I just to echo that, like, that's kind of been Bunny's point a lot of the time, is that a game like doing Oblivion Remastered, you only need to rely on your past success to make this a success. Is that your player base has already been here before. They know what to expect, and they know what Unreal 5 is. So all you have to do is say the sentence, and they put it together in their head.
I'm not saying that like Oblivion Remastered puts money in your hand. Oblivion Remastered puts people in the door to go, all right, tell me more. And then they see the trailer, and then they see the gameplay elements. They see you fucking sprint, you know?
Yeah.
They see they see the way that things look. They see the simplified leveling system. They go, okay, that's what gets me to buy it. Because like I'm sorry, this is a case of quite literally, I have Oblivion at home. Like, why are you trying to sell me this again? Like, I literally, like, everybody's mom is like, you got Oblivion at home. I think the nostalgia gets you through the door, gets you into the shop. And it's but look at all the pretty shinies. Yeah. We didn't just bank on your nostalgia. We actually made something good. And that's where people are like, fucking just take my money. Just take it. Yeah. I know 3 people who've never even heard of this game. I'm buying them a fucking copy. Just take my money.
It is interesting how important nostalgia is to millennials. We will spend a significant amount of money on it, knowing full well that it's going to half scratch the itch. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely better than nothing. Like, thinking about it right now in the moment, like, what was it? My daughter recently came up to me talking about getting a DS to play, because she asked us what versions of Pokemon we loved, and we loved Gold and Silver. And, you know, we're looking up DSs, and they're hundreds of dollars. And what was surprising to her, of all the things, besides, you know, the money she has no concept of, but that they weren't new in box. It's like, yeah, they don't make them anymore. She's like, oh. Like, that wasn't a concept to her, that, like, even though it's old, that you can't go and find it new in a box still. Like, yeah, no, they're all cracked open. Like, you're only going to find conditions of a used one. She's like, well, that's dumb. It's like, to the point of chat here is, you know, nostalgia sells. And I think that Bethesda did a very, very good job of doing that, because getting the foot in the door, getting you in the door is not enough. And this is going into the overarching theme of today's podcast, is you can market, you can tug on nostalgic heartstrings, you can do everything to the very best of your studio's ability. If your game sucks, does not matter.
100%. I can think of a notable release. Like, I've said it before, I'm going to bring it up again. The 3 Bs of gaming that always got my money. Mm-hmm. Bethesda, Bungie, Blizzard. Yep. Every fucking time. Here, I'm sorry. I'm not even... Just give me a fake receipt so that way I can tell my wife I spent less money. Like, I'm sorry, honey, they put Star Wars in Destiny. I don't know what you want from me. And now it's like, I don't trust them. But sometimes they make bangers. Every once in a while, like the last season of Destiny kind of got me. Like, you killed Eris Morn and you made her a god. Anyway, Blizzard did a remaster not too long ago. Well, it was kind of long ago now. But that was hyped. I don't get advertisements. I don't see them as often as your average person because of like how I consume media. But it broke containment. I saw advertisements for this. And I almost got it just for the mount in WoW, and I didn't even really play WoW at the time. The Warcraft 3 remaster. That is one of the most iconic things. We were talking earlier about Wrath of the Lich King being a high watermark for players, and that shit wasn't just carried by awesome gameplay. That was carried by the guy on the box being the guy that you played as in most of Warcraft 3. Yeah. Like, all right, we're going to go put that guy. Yeah, I want to know how that story, and I want to know more about that. I want to see that guy. Yeah. So, like, there was a lot of nostalgia for that. It's fantastic, but then you play the game, and, like, I went into that with one thing I wanted. There were numerous moments that they made little cutscenes out of with the little fucking Warcraft 3-sized figurines, like somebody's going, and then they fought. Tell me that Arthas and Illidan fight wasn't the most disappointing shit. You are not prepared. Fast moon hungry. this isn't the end, Arthas. And then Illidan went to Outland. That's exactly how that shit down. Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Oh,
But
no.
all I wanted was that. Give me that as an actual cutscene, because one thing Blizzard has done right since the dawn of fucking, I don't know, polygons, was make good cutscenes. A cutscene where Arthas kills his father holds up to this day.
Good. I didn't know. So I want to pause the conversation right here, and I also want to tell Blizzard that the best thing that you've ever done from the beginning, you set the tone. Buddy and I have talked about this so many fucking times. Like, the cinematics, the placements, the storytelling, the quality.
Yes.
Not only did perfecting MMORPG, World of Warcraft, very first crack at it, when they perfected that and pushed it out, and that was successful, and then they brought their Warcraft 3 cutscenes with them. Like, everyone gets them. Everyone gets to see cool characters do everything. If you're on the Horde, if you're on the Alliance, like, we got a little bit of something for everybody. And that bar set, it took everyone a long time to catch back up and be like, hey,
I agree.
Our graphics are just as good as yours now. It's like, cool, now make your game good. And I think
let's be honest.
Yeah.
It took Blizzard a long time to catch up too, because look at the Warcraft 3 cutscenes and then go kill Arthas and WoW and look at that, like, is it over for cutscene?
Yeah. Ooh, remember the ones with the mouths? Which one was that where they tried to make them talk and they went and all like this? Yeah. It was so gross.
Arthas, you have no power here. No, I mean, I know exactly what you mean, and it's really funny because you have this game, and all I wanted from it was that Arthas versus Illidan fight, because that should have been the coolest cutscene in history. Like, Arthas is so badass that Metalocalypse would play an entire album while he ate his breakfast. Like, my dude is just a badass. He is a walking metal cover. You could take 3 different screenshots of him walking through a hallway and get 3 Megadeth albums. Like, it's fan-fucking-tastic. He just looks cool. He is cool. He's got the voice, you know? And then in the other corner, you've got Linkin Park's fucking poster boy. I have my scars. You know, sick-ass design, big wings. He looks like Hellboy's badass, edgier older brother. The fucking tattoos, the cool weapons, the horns, the skull, all of it looks badass. This is like 2 different halves of Hot Topic meeting in the middle to fist fight. And it's fucking awesome. It should have been amazing. And instead we get, no. I'll get you next time, Arthas. And that's it. And you had the opportunity to come back and do your very fucking best. And instead, you gave us the same old cutscenes. And what's worse is they're downscaled. They're not even the original cutscenes. They're compressed. They look shitty. And it's just like, you had to make it to greatness in you, boy. Why did you fuck up? You know, like sand through me fingers. Me happiness just fades. And it's nice to see a company go and do something that just knocks it out of the park. Another one that fucking sleeper hit. I swear I didn't see advertisements for this game until well after it was out. And that's Baldur's Gate 3. Why? Because it was amazing when it dropped. It was so good when it came out. It had AAA developers on Twitter and shit going, we can't do this every time. You can't expect this level of quality out of us every game. And
I remember that. Yeah, the community went, we know.
Right. Like, and did you see commercials of Astarion? I mean, I saw pictures on Reddit and shit. You know, you get like the banners and stuff, but was like, no, come buy my game, darling. No, none of it.
More people, I think, learned about it when it won an award. Where they wait, why is the thing with the bear winning an award? Do I have to play this game? Like that.
I heard about that game. Isn't that the one where my friend in accounting fucked a bear?
Yeah, and like, you never heard of Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 because they're called something else. It's a Baldur's Gate.
No, they're called Baldur's Gate.
But don't they have different titles also? Like,
Those are side-off games. Dark Alliance or like Spawn games.
I thought that those were the titles of 1 and 2. Okay. I was like, did they just not care for Baldur's Gate 3? Or like there is a title that I just wasn't aware of. Everyone just calls it BG3 because it's easier to do.
Yeah. But no, I didn't see a lot of advertisements for that game. And it went on because of word of mouth, and then it blew up into something amazing because it was a quality product.
It was good.
It wasn't a cash grab. But like, you know what games I saw amazing advertisements for? Fantastic well-produced trailers and like intro videos on State of Play for PlayStation and whatnot that fucking flopped entirely. Forspoken looked like it was going to be sick. I actually wanted to get the game. Exactly. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at you Googling it. Exactly. Exactly.
Shut up.
That's my point. It looked sick. It looked really cool. I wanted to do it. And then the more that came out about it, the more it was just like, boop, and then it disappeared. Nobody talked about it. There's the games that were like huge. That Gollum game. Oh my gosh. I saw advertisements for that everywhere, and it was fucking terrible. What was the other game that came out around that same time that was like, had vampires, began with red?
Look at this fucking guy. Oh boy.
Redfall. Yeah, Redfall. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. People were like, this is the second coming of Star Wars. You know, oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be so good. It's going to bring Anakin back and turn him good. No, that flopped. I've heard so many terrible things about it. These were big marketed games, and when they came out, they flopped. Not because of the fucking marketing, because in some of these cases, I was like, I'm looking forward to that game. No, they flopped because the fucking game sucked.
Yeah.
There's some core aspect of it that's just like, I fell for the marketing. The biggest flop I've bought recently because of good marketing and a core concept that I was on board with was fucking Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
I got invited to the closed beta for that game. I loved that game. I was all about it. And then it came out and I played a lot of it. And then it was just like, no, we want you to play more often than we want you to accomplish things. So every few minutes, the wind is going to be directly in front of you.
Balls!
We're gonna double the cost of everything and reduce the drop rate of all the things you need. It was bad. They're doing a lot of new things, and it's cool because like you have these games. You have famous example, 2 of them in fact, Fallout 76 and No Man's Sky. Both were dumpster fires when they came out. Both had a beloved had a community where it was like, it's a crack baby, but it's my crack baby, so I'm gonna take care of it.
Right.
And both have turned into vastly superior incarnations of their original selves. No Man's Sky is an entirely different fucking game. They've been adding updates for like the last, I don't know, 8 years, something like that, for free.
Yeah.
And Fallout 76, ZeniMax stepped in and was like, you guys are fucking up. We're going to fix it for you. And they did. And it was great. And this is coming from somebody who enjoyed the original state of Fallout 76. Not the bugs. I liked the no people environment. I thought it really sold the you're coming out of the vault freshly after everyone being dead vibe that they were going for. But those games were super marketed to the point that there are songs that I enjoyed just because of the trailers. That Country Roads. I didn't jam to Country Roads all like that, but I can't see it. I can't hear it now. West Virginia, like all because of the Fallout 76 trailers. And they released, it was crap. People fucking hated on it, and then they made it better. And now it has a community that outshines a lot of AAA games on release.
When you come out of the vault in Fallout, I remember distinctly watching in Fallout 4. You come out of the vault and there's no people around, and it's very eerie feeling. When you come out of the vault in Fallout 76, people immediately, and it does not.
That wasn't the case.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. That's why, excuse me, I wanted to hold on to that really quick. It would make the game, the first impression feel, it would be a lot more eerie if I walked out and there was nothing out there. I like that. Mm-hmm. Fallout 4 did that really, really well. Like, granted, Cogsworth is like right there, but still, the first thing you see move is a cockroach. Like, I like that
Right.
way better than a person with a backpack who's weary of me because I look funny to you. I don't care about that.
I still think Sanctuary should have been occupied. Like, it should have had raiders that you were forced to kill almost immediately. But I also understand where they didn't want to lock you into combat that intense that early.
Right.
But that's an entire side point. Someone in chat brought up Borderlands, and I would love to fucking take the time to lovingly fucking craft like Bob Vila, This Old House. That's an old reference. If you get that, your back hurts. Build you a soapbox for me to stand on, from which I could bitch about this fucking movie. From the fucking gate, from the casting, yeah, Bob Vila, I said it. From the casting, I knew this was going to be terrible. First of all, let's run through this cast here. We got what? Cate Blanchett as Lilith. Cate Blanchett's a bajillion-year-old elf. Like, that's motherfucking Galadriel. Like, that's Hela. Not Lilith. Lilith is some 25-year-old pixie, 30 tops, who is more superpowers than intelligence. Roland is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart? Roland's a 6'2", painfully unfunny guy. He doesn't get it. The most unhinged he is when you're getting like long kill streaks in Borderlands 1, and that's it. He calms the fuck down in between games, and he gets even calmer in the third one because he's dead. It's insane. And they get Kevin Hart to play him? Kevin Hart fits in my lunchbox, my kid's lunchbox that he takes to school. Like, Kevin Hart is funny. I like his comedy. I could listen to him do stand-up all day. Dude can tell a story. He's not Roland. And it's a side note, he actually came out that he wanted to play the character really straight. He wanted to be like, try and do the serious like Roland, but Randy Pitchford asked him not to. Fucking Randy Pitchford, you slime ball. But I could do fucking 30 minutes on Randy Pitchford. But anyway, Claptrap, a digital character who's been voiced by the same fucking person in every incarnation he's ever been in, and he's been in more games than there are Borderlands games. And you mean to tell me you went and got Jack motherfucking Black to voice him all because of a joke you made to this man years and years and years ago at a convention? Fuck you. Go get the damn voice actor and give him work. Like, if I would have gone to see the movie regardless of bad casting if Claptrap would have been voiced by Claptrap.
I didn't even think of that as like the obvious answer. Like, how
you're not paying some face, you're paying a voice.
Yeah. Oh man, like that seems like that's an easy win. The way you put it, that's the easiest one to cast.
Right, dude. Okay, because I'm going to tell you how I would have done this movie after the fact. And I bet y'all would not only have been like, "I'd watch that," but you'd be excited for the sequel. But that's neither here nor there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Strap in.
All right, strap in.
Fucking Tannis. Again, some fucking, I would say at most 30 in Borderlands 1, waif that lives out in the fucking desert and is absolutely insane. The first game stresses how batshit bonkers, crazy, pants on head nutso this woman is. Even the second game has insane in her little splash screen fucking intro. This lady is it Jodie Foster, I think? Oh, now I gotta look.
For who Tannis you're saying?
Yeah.
It's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. What?
Bobby Lee is in this?
Yeah, Bobby Lee was in this apparently. So you've got Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis. If you're making a Borderlands 3 movie, maybe, but like, this is where's the time period on this? So just from trailers or just from the casting, before I even saw the trailers, I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Why?" And then they're like, "Oh, and this is who's gonna play Tiny Tina," and I'm like, "Never heard of her. That's cool, good for her. I hope she does a good job." But why again? But you've got Roland and you've got Lilith and you've got Tannis. Where's Mordecai and Brick? Where's the casting for that? And then I saw this dude, Florian Montino. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Please don't beat me up. You look like you could. He's playing Krieg, and I'm like, Krieg? That's a Borderlands 2 character. What's he? Okay, that's fine. Where's Mordecai and Brick? Nothing on Mordecai and Brick. As far as I know, they're not even in the fucking movie.
I'm looking at a big dumb list. I don't see him.
Right. I was a Mordecai main. That hurt my soul. I was crying. I was very sad. I didn't cry. I thought about it. But I was like, okay, so the casting's whack. This could be good. Who knows? The Mario, I thought the Sonic movies were going to be fucking terrible, and I loved every single one of those, although I did dad nap through the back half of the third movie.
Well, but, that's to be expected. That's okay.
I know, it happens. But, dude, I was hyped for Supersonic in the second one. But then, like, the trailer came out, and there were highs and lows. The high points, fucking Lilith pulls out an infinity pistol and like points it at the camera, and you see the barrels rotating. You see the lamniscot. That's what that's called. That's sideways 8. It's called a lamniscot. Look it up. The more you know. You saw that on the side, and it was like, ooh. You saw Tiny Tina duck down and pull out this fucking rocket launcher, and I'm like, that's the Ahab. I know what rocket launcher that is. And then you see another gun, and I'm like, actually, that's that gun. That's really cool. You know, so like I was with it. The costume designs look great. Tiny Tina looked great. Tannis looked great. I couldn't help but notice something that stuck with me, which was you didn't see Lilith use her powers, and you didn't see her tattoos at all. And it's like, motherfuckers, I know y'all are not playing this up. From the gate, I was like, y'all are gonna make Lilith using her powers be the big reveal at the end. Because Lilith is a siren, for those of you who do not know. There's one of 7 of them in the universe. They all have a cool, crazy power. They're always women, except for one notable thing that happened. But Lilith is a siren. You know this from the character select. Borderlands 1 begins with you getting off of a bus. It opens with fucking Marcus being like, so you want to hear a story, huh? And he fucking tells you.
Why does he sound like the guy from Star Wars?
No refunds, only money. It's the same voice I do for Watto. But no, that's actually how he sounds. Like, no refunds.
Okay.
And he's driving the bus. And, you know, you literally get kicked off the bus, and you're one of 4 people. And you pick between those 4 fucking people. Marcus becomes a big deal much later on, but he's great. I love Marcus. Literally, the second game opens up with, so you want to hear another story, huh? You know that she's a siren. She has magical powers. She's like, she's there to, like, you know, open the fucking vault. So I'm like, really, they're going to pull this off? This is going to be a whole thing. This is bullshit. And again, I'm seeing trailers everywhere. I'm over at my buddy's house to talk to him before we've even, you know, had longer to chop it up for maybe 10 minutes. I've seen 2 Borderlands trailers on his fucking TV. You know what I mean? Like, this is everywhere. I'm seeing it everywhere. Then I look into the story, and I'm like, it doesn't even follow anything. It's like the Warcraft movie, which again was everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
And they took what should have been easy money. You could have printed money. You could have seen people dressing as Handsome Jack for fucking Halloweens to come. Yeah. I'm telling you. Okay, so Borderlands movie for me, right? Because they made it unfunny. It was terrible. People, like, it's sitting at it was one of the worst flops of all time. It's fucking great. Dragon Ball Evolution's a perfect example. I still can't watch Shameless early seasons without being like, it's that shitty Goku. But because he's played up to be like a badass, and he's really fucking not. You're shitty Goku. Shut up.
Yeah.
Both of these movies could have been great had they followed a storyline. Like, imagine a Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 movie. Imagine a fucking Arthas movie. I mean, we've said this before. Cast Henry Cavill, make an Arthas movie, do it. You print money. Follow the fucking game. The same thing with Borderlands. Borderlands 1, right? Literally opens. Splash shot of Pandora from space. So you want to hear another story? I want to tell you a story about vaults and hunters, monsters, and riches beyond your wildest dreams. And then zoom in on a fucking skag. Doom, doom. This ain't no place for no hero. Skag gets run over by the fucking bus. Zoom in on the bus. Do the fucking the Suicide Squad thing for each of the 4 people. Slash cut. Boom. Here's Lilith. Show her fucking using powers and phase walking and being a badass with an SMG, killing a bunch of dudes, like, to get her bus ticket or something. Boom. Go over to Brick. He's literally punching people and just cackling like a fucking fool because it's Brick. Go to Mordecai. Yeah. Shows his bird. Shows him sniping. So big. So angry. So dead. You know, boom. Smash cut to Roland. ex-military, show his badass turret, knows how to do the guns thing with every gun ever made for guns that do gun things. And then, boom. And smash cut to them just standing there like fucking South Park as the bus rolls away. You're invested already, and this movie doesn't even exist.
Yeah,
you could play through the you play through the base, or you watch through the basic main beats of Borderlands 1, cut out a lot of the running, get your scooter, get your Mad Moxie, get your characters in there, get your Nine Toes reference, do all of that stuff, and then end the movie the same way Borderlands 1 ended, which got butts and seats to play the second one. They do the whole thing, they get the key, they get it charged, they open the vault, and what's in there? A big fuck off monster. No riches, no nothing. But killing that monster caused iridium to spread out through the planet, which caused the planet to become very, very vital for a lot of resource mining. And it kicked off the events of Borderlands 2. Meanwhile, you got Handsome Jack. Literally end the fucking movie with Handsome Jack, like Thanos style, post-credits trailer, like, talking to Angel, who has been talking, the AI, the AI that's been leading the Vault Hunters the whole time. Boom. The next movie's Handsome Jack all day. You lean into that, God, these pretzel shock. Butt Stallion, say hello. Butt Stallion says hello. Get Will Arnett to fucking play him. You'll print money. Like, you could do this. It just takes somebody standing there going, no, that's the easy way out. Do it right. You need a Sam Witwer. He's the guy that was the mocap and the voice for Starkiller in Force Unleashed movies or games. He literally will just actually. He has this video where he talks about actualing the dude Dave Filoni, where he's like, oh yes, I want to introduce you to my wife, and it's like, you guys gotta, and he's like, you guys gotta redo that, and Filoni looks at him, and everybody's like, who's the new guy? Why is he talking? He's like, because Shmi Skywalker already met Padme. They had dinner together in Phantom Menace.
Oh, what else did that guy do?
He's like, Filoni's like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that.
Yeah, dude.
You need Metzen on set to be like, excuse me. Medivh didn't open the dark portal because he dabbled in the fell. He's corrupted and cursed, and he's fucking being puppeted by a damn Titan. Or someone to come in and go, excuse me, Garona is not Medivh's daughter. Quit snorting the fucking strange dust and get back to the rest of us. Like, this is not a good idea. People are banking on this. You can have 1,000,000 glory shots of Stormwind with Trade District looking exactly like I've stood in it every other day for several years. And it'll all be shit if you have Khadgar say some dumb shit like, I will embrace the fell to solve this problem. No, you will fucking not. You've never done that. Shut your mouth. Gross mischaracterizations. It's its own canon. Fuck you. That's the minute I hear a movie from a beloved franchise has been made and it's its own canon, I immediately go, okay, you're not going to be good at all.
It's called fan fiction at that point. Like, that's all it is. Is fan fiction. Just because you have a budget
for it.
fan fiction. Yeah, exactly. Oh, really quick, the Darth Maul dude. My favorite example of him nerding out and it working is when he's doing a scene where he has to use the Force to put his lightsaber together, and he's struggling and he's grunting and groaning and
he's trying to meditate.
Yeah, he's trying to meditate, and they're like, dude, you're trying to meditate, why are you acting so extra about it? And he's like, I'm a Sith. I don't know how to meditate. And who would have taught me how to
force the meditation to happen?
He's trying to force it to happen. He's like, who would have taught me how to meditate? Vader? Vader doesn't meditate. That's not what the Sith do. And like that, and it's not like he even fought the script to say he wouldn't meditate. He still did his job. He just meditated how he thought Darth Maul would have. Because if he's going to meditate, he's going to do it this way, if anyway. And I love that for him. I love that for him. You're 100% right.
We had a good example about this, or another good example of this happened more recently. Fucking Henry Cavill, again, with Geralt. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. This is how it should be. Because he knows That's why people are like, put this man in Warhammer 40K. Just give me a fucking Horus Heresy series where he plays Sanguinius, he could play the Emperor, he could play fucking Malcador. I don't care, but put him in charge of it. It'll be good. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Because you know what? You know what has been behind every single artistic endeavor like this that has blown up out of proportion and become some super mega wide hit? A handful of really passionate fucking nerds. A handful of people who know what they're talking about and are really passionate about it. I mean, Forgotten Realms, the very realm that Baldur's Gate is set in. The dude that created that is so passionate about it, you can literally find tweets from him on Twitter describing what tiefling breast milk tastes like. I'm sorry, no, it's drow. But still, like, this is how involved he is in his world. But you better believe if someone's like, hey, did Elminster really blah, blah, blah? He can be the one to be like, actually, Elminster not only did this, but, you know, like, he knows and he can be there to do it.
Yeah.
You need people like this in these productions, because if you don't have people like this in these productions, you're going to end up with soulless husks. You're going to end up with things that look, they're skinwalkers. They're not real movies. They're film walkers. I'm going to start calling them this. They're fucking film walkers.
Ooh. Why? What do you think it is? Because, like, it's not like we're having a revolutionary conversation right now. We're nonetheless speaking the truth. There's no way, and I do my best not to give humans too much credit and to not undersell them either, but there's no way that there aren't people making a ruckus about the rather horrifically bad decisions made in a lot of these instances that we're talking about. Do you think that these voices of reason are flat out ignored? Are they tired of trying? Are they threatened into not speaking? Like, what do you think it is that's literally preventing people from making a shit ton of money if they just did these very simple things? But greed should tell you to listen to the fucking nerd. So, like, I want to dig into this because people always say greed.
Oh, well, greed and pride.
So I like that answer so much better, because that tells me that the people with the money feel like they have the answer already. They just need you to do the work. They're not paying you to think about the lore. They're paying you to
you're not supposed to think about it. You're supposed to take what's in my head and get it out there.
There it is. Thank you. Fuck.
100%. 100%, because that's why I called it a film walker. Because think about it. You know, the whole thing about skinwalkers is they kind of look like people. They might look like them. They might sound like them, but there's something off.
Yeah.
You know, look at the RoboCop reboot. It looks like RoboCop. He sounds like RoboCop. There's just something missing.
It didn't pass the red face test.
Right.
Yep.
It looks like Warcraft 3. It kind of plays like Warcraft 3, but it's just... it's missing something. Meanwhile, you boot up Oblivion and you're like, yo, my dude, you've been working out? You've been hitting the gym? You kicked that skooma habit I saw. I look at you. You look fucking fantastic. I got a sister, man. You want to be my sister? You want to be my sister?
I got a sister.
Shut up. You're not married. You're divorced now. You know, like.
Oh, my God.
It's you boot up something that has that love. Like because Bethesda didn't make this. Bethesda was the guy in the room going, no, like this. Don't get rid of that bug. Because the developers are a completely third-party studio. And they made it, like, you can watch the release trailer. They specifically talk about keeping in the things that made it great.
The charm.
Keeping in the charm, the bugs. Like, they added new voice lines, but they kept the good ones. The ones that had, like, the little bit of jank to it.
Yes.
The fact, like, one of the things that always caught me off guard was, please, sir, I could eat for a day off of one single gold coin. And you give it to them, and they're like, thanks, mister. And they fuck off. Two completely different voice, completely different inflection. You know, like, what the fuck was that? And it's because they recorded all the voice lines alphabetically, so there's no context from one to the next. But that's an entirely different story.
Shut up, no.
Oblivion's fucking development is absolutely insane. But
it's because
that's neither here nor there.
Alphabetical order. Shut
so,
up.
Like, the remaster, even when they revoiced a beggar, they still kept that, like, jarring tone shift
Yep.
between "Can you give me money?" and "Thank you, Mister, for giving me money." It's the funniest shit to me.
Oh yeah, between C and T, yeah, there a lot is going to happen between them letters. That's
Exactly.
insane, man. What an interesting way to do it. And to try to tie it back, because this is where my mind goes, to tie it back to what we're talking about, is that maybe that's the right way to do it, but I feel like that's another one of those things that, along with marketing nowadays, it feels like an out of touch way to produce something. Like it feels a lot like the difference between a mom and pop shop and a food chain. Like the difference between SpongeBob's one burger and Poseidon's mountain of burgers is that, like, there's no way you're making more money with the pile of shit than you are with the individual treats. There's no way, because you only hear about these studios fucking up and another flop, and this studio cut 3 sub studios, and then you're weighing for the developers, and AI comes into the conversation somehow. And I don't understand that this trope, which you can, as I just did, call out in order, how is it not addressed and turned around?
Because there's always going to be people who are like, no, I'll blindly get it because it's blah, blah, blah. Like Borderlands. Borderlands 4 is coming. It's on the horizon. I can hear them reloading.
I can hear them reloading.
I can hear it. And you know what? I'm ready for another story, huh? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm buying the next Borderlands game unless I see some shit that's like, you gotta parry, you gotta manage 80 million things, the game makes you pay to level past level 3. I'm buying it. I don't care. Unless I see some hateful ass things. Randy Pitchford would have to come to my house himself, slap me in the face, and say, the writer from Borderlands 2 also thinks that I'm a pussy for me to not buy this game. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Like, Handsome Jack himself, the voice actor, would have to call me up and tell me that I am like the worst person he's ever heard of for me to not buy this game. I want it. I love Borderlands. I didn't like the whole story for Borderlands 3. There were sections that I'm just like, every time I play it, but it was still fucking good.
Yeah.
It was still fun. It was still exactly what I wanted. I wanted more Borderlands. It's Diablo with guns, and they say fuck words. Sure, you need some marketing, right? You can't just be like, I made this and tell no one. But at the same time, I've gotten to the mentality where the bigger the marketing is, the more it breaks containment, the more I'm like, I think it'll be good.
You think it will be good, or you think it won't be good?
No, I don't think it will. I think like marketing, like it's peacocking, right?
Yeah.
Like
compensating.
Like, yeah, it's Lord Farquaad, this tall ass fucking tower. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a great movie. You know.
No,
the louder they are, the more I'm like, I'm not going to enjoy this, but I'm still going to try it because I'll try anything once. I give a fuck. I've literally gone to GameStop and had the guy be like, you don't want this game. You're going to bring it back tomorrow. And that motherfucker was right, but I still bought the game.
I love that example that you always give, because I know it's only like half a meme. But, like, that was a form of marketing before you had the internet and all this shit, is you had to rely on your local community to tell you anything. Like, what do you mean you don't know about this thing? Or, I can't believe you haven't heard of this yet. It's because they're 17 and you're, like, fucking 12. Like, you don't get to watch things past a certain time. You don't get to go to where the magazines are that talk about all of the shit. Like, it's... And I think that made it a little bit more exciting. But, like, in those times, like, getting the information was half the fun. Like, now, all of it is just shoved at you, no matter if you want it or not. And I think that might even be a little bit a part of it, too, is because the opportunity to tell you all about it is there, those, especially who need to do the compensating, are going to do so. Diablo 4... had a lot of marketing done. A lot of marketing. And when it first came out, people had a blast because it was a Diablo game. Diablo comes with its own rich history of success, but also
I, I bought it twice.
with an architecture on what to expect from it. First, to bring it to the marketing part, just like when WoW made it to Lich King, and you had all types of celebrities coming on and telling about their night elf mohawks and shit like that.
I'm Mr. T.
With Diablo 4, you got Megan Fox doing a commercial for Diablo 4. And what's really wild about that is, what on earth is Megan Fox doing on a Diablo 4 commercial? What's even more interesting about it is that Diablo 4, like, the thing that always I found fascinating, without turning this into like an actual religious conversation, is that Diablo 4, like, it's the devil. It's the devil in Spanish. Diablo. So,
Fuego.
yes, sí, muy caliente. Like, see, like this, like Whoopi Goldberg was talking about Diablo. Like, I can't wait to go and play my character. Like, she's been a fan for a long time.
Whoopi's out here like, stay a while and listen.
Yeah, and like, so you have all of these people like come out of the woodwork talking about Diablo. I find it very interesting that a game like Diablo comes out and you get this, you get WoW, and it makes it to Lich King, and you get Ozzy Osbourne, and you get Mr. T, and you get to all of these places, and the game is at its highest of influx. Very specifically, I want to talk about this, is that when these games are at their height of people buying in, that's when I see these commercials. It's like, oh, this is only a potential number. This isn't the top. Let me now go and do these high value marketing ploys to get even higher numbers, and they don't. Lich King was the height of it. Diablo 4, in the beginning, that was the height of it. It then became about, what's the replayability like? A huge metric that Bunny and I just went over recently, because, what was it, Asmon was making fun of some studio that had a number and it tanked. There's a difference between a game that you're meant to keep playing and a game that you're meant to beat and put away. My closest example of recent times is playing Silent Hill. I downloaded the game, I played the game, I beat the game, and I put it away. I got
Control.
but like, the game isn't, what are you going to play it like 2 more times? Maybe you'll play the hardest mode, and then you'll go back and clean up whatever achievements. Like, you're an achievement person, you'll go back maybe 1 more time and clean up achievements. You've already watched the YouTube videos for the ones you've missed and all that kind of shit.
Spider-Man 2. I literally 100% of that game and I've never picked it up since.
So now, if we were to go to Spider-Man 2 and we were to go to Silent Hill and look at those graphs, big spike and a taper off, and that should be the norm. It should be the norm with games like that. If you have some weird replayability thing going on, either you did something really, really wrong, or you found some magical formula and everyone's going to come steal it from you anyway. But then you take other games where there's supposed to be replayability, like Destiny, any of those freaking e-sporty kind of fucking games. WoW, the game that we play. You go and look there, and you see a taper off that tells a completely different story. Because those are games that you're supposed to take into account of new players coming in, old players going out, and then actual growth. Because I think no matter what, you're always going to get the brand new, like, people coming in. You're going to get the, I'm 90 years old and I'm putting this game down. I feel like that's always going to be part of the statistics. True growth comes from the outside of the norm input output of player base. And even that, like, you can't single that out because that takes in-depth raw data manipulation. How many streamers talk about what it takes to get new players into WoW? You can't do it in retail. Like, this is a whole different conversation. I'm going to take a minute
classic.
on it. Yeah, it has to be
always
classic.
Introduce people to classic.
It has to be. It has
because
to
that's
be.
what got us.
Yes. We would not.
That's where the community's at.
Yeah. You would not be able to introduce players to retail and expect them to you would not expect the same outcome as if the first introduction of World of Warcraft and just straight introducing retail nowadays to someone. It's night and day in different months from different centuries. It honestly feels that way.
So I want to go into a little bit of a lightning round here. How do you
okay.
To wrap things up, how do you feel about that?
I'm here for it. Bring it on, sir. Ooh, exciting.
Right. What is the most wild piece of marketing that you can think of that backfired? I can give you an example.
Give me an example.
John Romero's Daikatana ran an ad for this game. This is a boomer shooter. Like this, John Romero's one half of like that crazy id team of John Romero and John Carmack. They ran id. They made Doom and Quake and all that happy jazz. But he ran an ad that said John Romero's gonna make you his bitch.
Oh
like,
my!
You see this in like it'd be a page in a comic book. You know, you're reading Electronic Gaming Monthly. It's right fucking there. Loved that. It got him in trouble. He had to pull the ad.
I believe that. I totally believe that.
This is like in the 90s. You know what I mean? They didn't even say shit on TV.
No, that South Park had to do that. South Park broke that barrier for basic
live.
TV. I did too. I was there.
I was there, Gandalf. 5,000 years ago, when the strength of men failed.
Yes, I was there for that.
What's your shitty?
I'm trying to think, man. Like, I've drowned out so much marketing, man. Like, what's a bad marketing thing that I've seen or that's like backfired? So all right, here's one, I guess. So, do you remember when Elon Musk made flamethrowers?
I do.
He made them. He made them available, and all he said was, "This is a bad idea. You shouldn't buy this." And they sold out. They sold out. And like,
I wanted a flamethrower.
Of course you did. Of course you did. I would want one too.
Anything productive with it? Fuck no. But I would love to have seen my fucking landlord's face whenever he came up to me with footage of me clearing my sidewalk in the middle of winter with a fucking flamethrower.
Yes, dude.
Hey, Bob. It's a real cold one today. Oh, yeah, grab some marshmallows. It's all butane. It's been fucking great. What's your favorite bit of marketing, movie trailer, video game thing that's caught you, that sticks with you? Not maybe your absolute favorite, but a favorite. Like, again, a perfect example. Remember when they did raid trailers for WoW?
Yeah.
Remember the Zulamon raid trailer?
Yes, dude.
You want to come here so badly? We're gonna bury you here. That fucking line lives in my head.
That's a good one. Man. I forgot all about that one. Like, on par with that. So it may not be a favorite, and it's a cop-out, but I'll take the minute to explain it anyway. So when World of Warcraft first came out and you had the trailer, all it was very nice clips of every class, every race, and every class, just to give you the highlights. Like, this is the game, this is what it looks like. Not really what it looks like.
Dwarf Hunter looked fantastic.
Dwarf Hunter was
His bear was cool as shit.
The undead fire mage. He just flicks his hand up and the flame wave goes out and kills all the murlocs. Oh, I was hooked, dude. I was hooked.
He had blast waves. Yeah, a whole expansion early.
So you go from that to then TBC. You are not prepared, dude. Like, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Like, that was like, ooh,
my introduction to the Warcraft universe was WoW. I didn't play Warcraft.
I didn't either. Yeah,
I didn't have the head for fucking real-time strategy games.
Nah.
I cheated my way through StarCraft as a kid. I saw that and I was like, "Ooh, who is he? He was so cool.
So
the
cool.
Wings, the voice, everything. Oh yeah, 100%.
Because he starts slow. He's like, you are not prepared. Like it's like, I have to lean in and listen. Okay, all right, see what you did.
All right, my end of my lightning round. I'm gonna hit you with a true or false.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question to verify your memory, and then I'm gonna true or false you.
Okay.
Do you remember the Key and Peele commercial about them putting Skyrim on everything? Like he had it on his fridge. And it ended with them talking about he's playing Skyrim on his Alexa. Do you remember that?
No. Key and Peele did that?
Key and Peele had a commercial where it was about Alexa. You could play Skyrim on your Alexa.
Look at them.
Now, before you go and watch this, here's your true or false. Skyrim is actually playable on the Alexa. True or false?
That has to be false. There's no way you could do that.
You're wrong.
Fuck off. What do you do? How?
Alexa describes situations and you tell her what to do.
What do you mean?
It's real, friendo. It's real. And the marketing got me to do it.
You did it?
I did it. I play it. We have an Alexa. I've played Skyrim on the Alexa. It's pretty funny.
So wait, like, do you just sit there and like, is it like a?
Yeah, you're like, Alexa, let's play Skyrim, and she's like, okay. Last time we were playing, you were this level. You were this. Yeah, Skyrim is the new Doom. You were this level. You're a blah blah blah. Your magic is this. Your fight is this. It's very simplified, but like, yeah, you encounter a mud crab. It snaps its claws at you viciously. You can either run away or you can fight. If you can be like, I want to fight, and they're like, how do you want to fight? Do you want to use magic or do you want to swing your sword? And you're like, I'm going to swing my sword. She's like, okay, and I guess it rolls dice or whatever. But yeah, it's like a whole Dungeons and Dragons situation. You have an Alexa, ask it to play Skyrim.
Ooh, that's cool, man. Why would that not be shouted from the rooftops, dude?
It was.
By
and then
who?
It was a commercial. There's a Key and Peele skit about it. It was a fucking commercial.
So as once you said Key and Peele, I'm like, I understand. Key and Peele are like targeted SNL. Like, I don't think of.
There's always a Key and Peele sketch you've never seen.
So 100%, but I don't look at that as a source of information, though it can be.
Oh no.
And so
I
maybe
was saying it's more like they were legitimate. It was legitimized because they got these celebrities to actually make this. It wasn't like this looks like three dudes made this YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It happened whenever they announced the Skyrim Special Edition, like the last time they released Skyrim. I don't know, man. I just think it's hilarious. Like
it is. Yeah.
That's something that not a lot of people know, and it's free on your Alexa. I mean, I don't know if they've removed it. I'm actually about to go check now since I'm out here spouting nonsense.
Imagine, like, especially for free, imagine playing a game you've never bought or owned before, and you're just playing that shit for free.
But yeah, that's pretty much all like the highs and lows of marketing. I think marketing is a double-edged sword. Too little, no one knows your super cool thing exists. Too much, and people like me, at the very least, look at it and go, I don't know. I think you're compensating a bit too much. It's like vanilla extract. Too much, and you're like, too little, and you're not tasting it. But you ride that line, you get it just right.
Oh.
It's magic.
Yeah. I think that could be said about most things, but specifically with vanilla extract, and here, very much so more true. Did you answer the question? So you told us about the true or false. I feel like I need to give you a true or false.
Oh, if you have one.
Oh, I got nothing now, but
trivia me.
No, I don't think I could ever trivia you, dude. That would be a wild ride. Do you know how much research I'd have to do ahead of time?
There are many gaps in my knowledge. Many.
But like I always found that to be an interesting thing about people who do yet still know a lot of shit. Like I equate it to kind of like Jeopardy knowledge. Like you can know all kinds of stuff, but there is that much more
that
stuff
you don't
out
know.
that you don't know. Like how can you hone in and be prepared for something like fucking Jeopardy, or to be well versed enough to hold multiple lanes of conversations with people, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think nonetheless you do it just fine. That was fun. I like that lightning round thinking. You got me thinking a little bit harder there. Huh. Is there anything
Yeah,
else that you
definitely.
feel like covering from a marketing standpoint?
Not a marketing standpoint, no, but I just want to, before I go, remind everybody that The Lion King is just, isn't it Macbeth? I think it's Macbeth. No, it's Hamlet. It's Hamlet with lions. Just remember that.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Did we
Hamlet
need
with
that?
lions.
Did I need that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Enjoy that cursed knowledge. It's gonna live in the back of your head.
Oh, what was it? A human, someone watching TikTok seeing human things that you only think you do, and then you see someone else doing it, or an idea. The moral of the story is, I've never had an original thought in my life.
Oh yeah, yeah. Someone else is already at it.
Yeah.
Statistically, there are 7 people on the planet that look just like you.
Oh, really? Those poor
Mhm.
people.
That's what I said. I mean, like, hey, solar flare, you're all blind. Good night.